Hey guys, Jen here with House of Littles, and I wanted to welcome you to our 2017-2018 curriculum haul video for my 7th grader. We've got everything sitting out here ready to go, starting planning, so I thought I would show you guys what we got for this year. So we're going to go ahead and start with our math choice for this year. We started teaching textbooks last year with Math 6, and we have just continued on through Math 7. We do a light summer homeschool schedule, so he has just finished 6th grade and gone right into 7. And no change there. He still loves it. I still love it. I don't have to teach it. He understands it. Win-win. So that is math. Spelling Power is something else we started last year. This is the same book I bought last year. It's kind of, you know, it's a little beat up, but that's okay. I bought it new and I bought it super cheap. So this one, if you're not familiar with Spelling Power, it gives you all sorts of information on how to get started and how to plan and how to place your student, and it gives you a lot of options with how you want to teach this. You see in the skill building activities especially. Ooh, let's focus. Here we go. Okay, in the skill building section here, there's lots of different things you can do. Now, last year I didn't do anything except just write out the lists, and he studied them every day and I quizzed him on them every day, and whatever he didn't get by day 3, he wrote them each 5 times until he got it, and that works for him. He's super easy with spelling. He just gets it, so he does well for it. This year he's got, obviously, as they progress, they get harder words, and this year he's got some harder words. Sorry for the train noise. We live very close to train tracks, so. So we might do a couple of these. We'll see how it goes, depending on how hard the words are. So we haven't placed him yet. So I'm guessing he's probably going to skip a level, because this year, or last year rather, he was doing some pretty easy words, I thought, and he really didn't have a whole lot of trouble with them. And I probably should have moved him up, but I didn't. So this year I will probably just test him again, and if they just get super easy, I'll move him up a level, and if we need to challenge him that way, we can, and maybe add some of those skill building activities. So this is a real flexible curriculum. It's one book. If you buy it new, it is not the cheapest book in the world. I want to say it's somewhere around $50, brand new, but it's one book, and you use it throughout your homeschool. And what I really liked about this one, because we used to do Scholastic books, and they were great. I like the way they were set up. They had activities every day, and then your last day was your test. But once we got to 6th grade, they just seemed like words that weren't part of the English language on a regular basis. And Spelling Power is good for that. Like, you get some harder words as you get in there, higher up in the levels, but these are still all common words that you're going to use on a regular basis. My camera does not want to focus today. There we go. So, yeah, there's several levels. This is good. Look, ages 8 to adult, so through high school. So that's great. And there are 2 CDs that come with it. I have them. I've never used them. I might look into that too if I have time in my planning. So our next choice for grammar is Rod and Staff again this year. He is doing English 6. He's a little behind in his language arts this year. One of the big perks to homeschooling is if they are having a hard time with a certain subject, that's okay. You can take your time. You can do it over and over and over until they get it. And if they are a little behind, that's okay. They'll catch up later. He was very behind in math when we had first started homeschooling, and now he's ahead. He's already into 7, well into 7, going into 7th grade. So he'll probably, if we stay on the track that we're on, he'll probably be in 8th grade math by the time the middle of the 7th grade year starts. So he'll catch up in English. I'm not real worried about it. And this is also something that we do year-round as well. So he's still doing his English, his grammar. So staying true to form with the frugal homeschooling, we got our Rod and Staff curriculum used on a homeschool curriculum site. I paid, I think, $25 for this curriculum, for the kids book, for the teacher's manual, and to familiarize anybody who is not familiar with Rod and Staff, they have this right here. The white part is the student book. And then this down here gives you ideas on how to teach, and it gives you the lesson outlines, and then answers for your exercises, your oral exercises, your written exercises, and your review exercises. Along with this curriculum also comes tests and worksheets. We have never done either. I've found in the last year that we did Rod and Staff that this was sufficient, that that doing the class practice and the written exercises and the review works for him. And then if we need extra, we just kind of go back over the lesson and we talk about it. And maybe occasionally I would break out a test, but I would not do the worksheets because I didn't have it. So this year we do. So we'll probably do these here and there as needed. If he needs a little extra work on something, we'll do that. So this whole thing for, what did I say? 25? Yeah, $25. I will write down here. You will see the exact amounts of everything that I bought. So moving on to science. We did Apologia last year and loved it. This year I found this for $40 used for the CD, which we've never used before. Last year we did Apologia's chemistry and physics as our first year into Apologia, and it was a little overwhelming at first, not gonna lie, but I quickly realized that you don't have to do everything. You don't even have to try. You just do whatever you want to do. You make it work. So it's flexible like that. So we'll check this out, see if this is something that we'll use. We do the notebooking, and the notebooking journal did not come with this. I am just using this year for Wyatt. Last year we did chemistry and physics with Jackson and Caleb also. Obviously we did not do the full chemistry and physics with them. I got the junior notebooking journal and they participated in what they could and just listened and watched for other things while they were doing other activities. And they got some of it in, and that's the whole point at that age, is just to expose them to those kinds of things, and later on you build on it. So CD, this is the solutions and tests for exploring creation with general science. And then the text. Wyatt chose to do general science. I give them a choice every year with what they want to learn for their science curriculum. I found our first couple years of homeschooling, we unschooled for history and science. We just live in such a history-rich and science-rich area with two main rivers, the Mississippi being one of them, very, very close to us. It was just real easy to put together science and history, and there were wars fought around us, and it was just real easy. But now I give them the choice, following that love of learning and doing what they want with it, and they pick it up and they love it and they're involved in it, and I don't have to pull teeth or, pull my hair out to get them to sit down and do their work. So it's great. History choice for this year, continuing with Mystery of History. We have got volume 2. We've got a little bit left to do in our volume 1 still, but we will be all caught up and ready to go for volume 2. This one I'm really excited about. I love the Middle Ages. I've just always found it so interesting and exciting. And I think the boys will too, especially when you have Vikings and wars and King Arthur and all that fun stuff. They will love it, and I have tons of stuff planned. All you have to do is go on Pinterest and type in Mystery of History Volume 2, and you will have tons and tons of options for free resources, totally free. A couple of things I think teachers, is it Teachers for Teachers or something like that? They have some things that you have to pay for, but a couple of things that I've gotten off of there in the past, it's been cheap, really cheap. And we can get lap books to put together with these. I do journals and use my ProClick binding system to put together their notebooks for this. But this one, we're definitely not just going to do the notebooking journals this year. We will do them, but I'm going to do a lot more fun art projects. We didn't have a lot of art in our last homeschool year, and I've got a couple kids that just love art, and I really want to start incorporating that with them. So I am going to do that along with another subject. Get 2 subjects in one, always a good thing, right? So for Bible this year, we are going to do, what is this? Word of Life. This one is not Wyatt's. Wyatt's is still on the way. It's taking forever, but it is on the way. His is Champion, I believe, and this is 365 days. I can't remember what his is. Is it 6 or 7, or is it just the older one? I'm not sure. Word of Life is new to us. I saw this on Confessions of a Homeschooler's page or channel, and she is doing this with her children, and she had it open, and I saw the inside and I said, oh, that would be awesome for my kids. So for Jackson's, it's super simple, and for Wyatt's, it's not too different, but his is like a half page that he does. And then there's scripture in there, and there's little activities in there, and it just, I love this too for the potential of it. We haven't done this yet, so it's the potential of it and the dream of it that I have in my head, that this is just going to really inspire some great conversations and open the door for just some great talk. So I'm excited about that. And then this I bought for Wyatt last year. This is his Bible, and I wanted to share this because we have had a full year in this Bible. He's used this in Sunday school. We use NIV. We go to a Reformed church, and this is what we use. So in this is the Adventure Bible. So in this, it's a standard Bible, standard NIV Bible, okay? But there's extra little things to get them involved and just to get them interested. So it's all the same information. It's set up the way any other Bible would be. But it changes little things and gives you like the little did you know part. So this is another great page of this Bible that we referred back to several times. The Life of Jesus Christ. And it talks about some of the biggest events that you'll hear about and that you'll read about and that they'll learn in Sunday school and in youth group, and exactly where you can find it in the Bible. We just really like that this Bible, it kind of makes it easier for them to follow and to make sense of and to tie it into where they're at in their lives. The only thing I don't like about it is it still has some thin pages, and in my Bible I write in it, I highlight it. I mean, I've got some pages where, you know, I'll highlight some scripture and then I'll write my notes down here, and then there's like up in here. I mean, it is a true living Bible, and it definitely gets used and is well loved in mine. And in here, the pages are so thin that he can't really do that. If he does that, it's going to bleed through to the other side. So I don't know, if you know of some good pens that don't bleed or highlighters, let me know in the comments section below, because I would love to pick them up for him. Because we definitely do encourage making the Bible your own and loving it, working in it, making it a daily part of your life. So that is his, let's see if I can show you, the Adventure Bible. Oh, come on. The NIV Kids Bible. So we just got this at a local Christian bookstore. It's got a good leather cover. Smells good too. So that is his Bible. So in this little basket I have here, I've got a couple little things. This I got for him several years ago. You know, children's learning styles will change over the course of the years as they grow, as they mature. And I can do this with one hand. Hang on a minute. This stuff is kind of has the texture of silly putty, and it is thinking putty. It comes in lots of different colors and finishes. This is a metallic blue. I got this from timberdoodle.com several years ago, and it's just, you know, it's hard. It'll look at like silly putty. So but this stuff does not dry out, and you can freeze it and shatter it and do lots of different stuff with it. And if I just stick it in there like that, eventually it'll become flat again into it. So we use this when he's doing something that he needs to focus on for a long time, or if he's just having one of those days. It does not want to close. Or if he's just having one of those days where he's having a hard time focusing on stuff, we'll break out the silly putty, and that will help him kind of focus. Some books that we're reading this year. We're going to read 10 Boys Who Changed the World. This is kind of an easy reader for him, but I've heard that it's a good book, so we're going to read that. This is going to be a read aloud, Prayers That Changed History. He's going to read The Bronze Bow, and this goes along with our history. Between the Forest and the Hills goes along with our history. I have 3 or 4 more books that also go along with our history. And then The Hatchet. And then he has several books that he is going to read, just kind of get that out of the way, for him, like for pleasure reading. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to show with you guys, this is his planner for this past year, but I came across this planner very late in our year, like at the end of the year. So this is erasable ink. I'm just going to erase this and write in 7th grade in 2017, 2018. Planandplace.com. This is totally and completely customizable. I love, love, love this planner for him. He is the kid that needs to have structure, big time structure. Everything needs to be written down. He's a big list maker. He needs, let's get some sunlight in here. I'm losing my light. The clouds are coming. We're supposed to get some storms this afternoon. I think they're starting to roll in. But this is totally customizable. You can have it, you can order it so that the lady who does it will print it out and mail it to you, or you can order the printable version and she will just customize it, and within a day or two you get it back and you can print it out and do what you want with it. So I didn't laminate it, probably should have, and done some cardstock, but I have it saved so I can print it out again on my computer if I want. And then I just put some stickers on here from my planners, just, you know, to just kind of inspire him. Stuck those on there. So the first page in this is his autobiography. You can see what grade he is, how tall he is, how much he weighs, sizes he wears, what he listens to, what he wants to be, favorite books, movies, colors, holidays, food, hobbies, and his closest friends. And then I've got another one I can put in here for the end to compare for your beginning year and end of the year. And then the second page here, you know, because we got this late, we really didn't do all of this, which we will be doing, and I'm kind of glad we didn't, because now I can just roll it into the next year. Man, I'm sorry this lighting is so bad. Here we go. Okay, so we've got his first semester and second semester goals, and I think the way I want to do this, and I want to write, I want him to do it first and to do his first semester goals for himself and his second semester, and then these are going to be my goals for him here and here. And then here is his chores and responsibilities list, what he does in the morning, what he does in the afternoon, his everyday and his monthly chores. He doesn't really have any monthly chores. He has set chores that he's got to do every day, and then I've got some chores that they will rotate, so maybe I'll do that down here and put some washi tape over here and write that out, or something like that. So, and then over here is his study plan. I will write this in for him, but we'll talk about it when it comes to schedule, because I think he's old enough now where he can have a say into what kind of schedule he wants to have and when he is going to be able to focus most. Second semester savings and spending plan. I didn't even notice that that was separated into first and second semester. So I've got a first semester page somewhere. So this is his goal, his savings for, he wants an illuminating wand and how much it is, and then something he did. May 3rd, he did some lawn mowing, and then how much he got paid for it, and then his balance. This I love, and I'm actually, I think, going to make a copy of this and put it up on the fridge so that he can see it as a daily reminder, or maybe up on his bulletin board over his bed. So plan a place for summer, goals, vacation plans. We're not really taking any vacations. We're going to try and do some camping and some like day trips, but we're not going away anywhere this year because of our community garden. Ways to be of service, sports and activities, ways to earn money, and books to read. I'm trying to follow the sun here because I am losing it fast, and my dining room light is really not helping. Our year at a glance calendar, and for 2018. Now, another great thing about this is, did I say that already? If you order this in May, you can say you want it to start in May. If you order it in November, it can start the month of November, and she gives you a full calendar year, not just your teaching schedule, or your calendar school year, like August to June or August to May or whatever. It's whenever you start, and then she gives it to you, like I said, for a full calendar year. So we got our whole year. This I'm gonna skip because this was kind of personal information, but I will show you the setup on the next page. So this is the way we did this. This is our first week in this, and what I do is I write out what he has to do. I give him a little inspirational sticker because we don't do weekend stuff except for that. And then you can customize what you have in here. So we have PE, history, science, reading, English, spelling and vocab, math, and Bible. So for Bible, I just write down his memory verse that he has to do, and he checks it off as he goes. For math, for spelling and vocabulary, and I just did a little line, and I've got spelling up here and vocabulary down here. His English, what he has to do, and then reading, read 30 minutes every day or one chapter, and that was the goal for that time. Science, what we did, and then history, what we did, and then PE, what he was doing. And this was his first week in the planner, and he did really good for his first week. I love this part to this too. This has scripture down at the bottom because I put it there. A while ago, we did a, let's see if I can find it. Yeah, here it is. We did a parenting class through our church, and this is the book that we used. And in this book, when we went through it, there was a chapter on, what was it? On finding scripture for your children. And while I was doing the planner, I just happened to be reading, and I came across this verse, and I said, oh, that's him. That's what I want him, that's what I want to be his verse. 1 Timothy 4:12, don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity. And that is his verse. So my battery's gonna die here. All right, my battery's gonna die, so I'm gonna speed this up here. This right here is at the bottom of every page. And then I've got his name in here, and then you can just write in your week of, your week number, and your semester. Okay, so over here I wrote his weekly work that he's going to be in, his memory versus spelling list, and his memory work that is non-biblical. Okay, sorry I'm speeding through, but this battery's going to die and I want to get this in. So this is also customizable, this whole page, his daily checklist, things that he is responsible for doing, and he checks them off when he does it. In here, this is usually 5 things that you can put in here. I paid extra to get a couple extra ones in here, and I put the fruit of the Spirit in here. This is a big thing in our family. We've got it up in several places. And this is, my goal for him is he has to write down how he exhibited his fruits and how he practiced it every single day. And then he writes down his goals for the week, character or personal work that we do, books that he read, he gets to rate them, and then field trips or weekly activities and his rating in there. At the back of this planner, he's got a field trip log, and he can rate everything and how he liked it. Books that he read, and again, he gets to rate them. And he gets to keep track of this. His achievement logs, and I will write those in for him. Notes for him to write whatever he needs to or wants to remember or whatever. Progress reports, and I will do this and go over it with him, and then we'll have a little meeting on it for the first and second semester. He gets to sign it, I get to sign it. And then his end of the year review. And he just answers those questions in there. And then I found this, I printed it out. Be on your guard, stand firm in the faith, be courageous, strong, and do everything in love. 1 Corinthians 16:13-14. So this is his planner. Again, that is from aplaninplace.com. Everything is totally customizable. You can do everything how you want. She's got some book covers to choose from. I will link her website below. So this is it. This is everything for our 7th grade haul for 2017-2018. I hope you like this video. I will do a price comparison because I completely forgot to say all of that for what I spent. On the next clip there, I will show what I spent on everything and how much I saved. So hang on to the end of the video for that, and yeah, I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like, give a thumbs up, and subscribe. And if you are subscribed already, make sure you hit the little notification bell down there so that you get notified every time we put up a new video.